Hello, and welcome to today's book chat. So, if you happen to be very observant, you might notice that the walls are different than they were before. I'm just putting my office back together again after painting it. And so, if the sound is a little off too, I think that's because there's not much in the room right now and it's very echoey. So, also in the past week, as I've been just chipping away at painting. It's a lot harder than I remembered. I haven't had a chance to review the book that we're going to talk to you about. I'm going to talk to you about today, and I kind of wish that I had because when I finished it, I was really excited. So I hope that that enthrallment comes through in today's book chat. So also, just to be very honest and upfront, I do happen to know the author. She is a Newfoundland author, and I met her a little over a year ago. And I heard about this book, which at the time was just a work in progress. And so I've spent the last year or so really looking forward to when I get a chance to read it. And of course, always when you are looking forward to something, you are a little nervous that it might not live up to all your expectations. And when you know the author and really like them, you want to really like their book too. And so, there's a little bit of that, oh, I hope it doesn't disappoint. And let me tell you, it did not. So the book is A Splendid Boy by Melanie Martin. There we go. And it is a story about World War I. It's a love story. So it's about a young man named Daniel who is a fisherman from Middle Tickle, Newfoundland, and a young woman named Emma who is the merchant's daughter. So I won't really go into much more than that about their actual story. So into the experience of reading the book. From opening the first page and going into the first couple of paragraphs, I was really just drawn into the story. It is one of those narrative frames where it starts not in the present, but later on in the story, and then goes back into the past. So at the beginning of that frame, the character, we saw Daniel as an elderly man, and he was just so touching, and the writing was so poignant, and I felt that there was no way that I was not going to like this book, and I certainly wasn't disappointed. So the author, Melanie Martin, she also happens to be a historian, and you can really, really see that in the story. She takes you into the trenches of World War I. She creates characters who live and breathe, and you can tell that she must have done a lot of research. You feel like you're there. And even the dialogue, the dialect of these young Newfoundland soldiers is just brilliantly done. And I really came to care for them, and not just the main characters, but the supporting characters as well. And I wanted things to work out for them. And things don't always work out. That's how life goes. But I really enjoyed the process. I really enjoyed being pulled into the story. And so, if you are someone who enjoys historical fiction, if you're someone who enjoys a good love story, if you are someone who is interested in World War I think you will really enjoy this book. I think it would be hard not to if any of those three things appeal to you. So again, I don't want to give too much away, but this is A Splendid Boy by Melanie Martin. And if you head over to my website, you will find some links where you can find the book, either the publisher or the author's website. You will also find links to get the first two books in my series, Women's Fiction series, for free by joining my mailing list. So please head on over, charlenecarr.com, and check out A Splendid Boy by Melanie Martin. And if you enjoy it, if you read it, come back over, leave some comments, tell me what you think. I think that it's a beautiful story, and it would be hard not to be swept away. Oh, one more thing that was a little interesting. At the end of the book, I was so wrapped up in the story, and this doesn't often happen. Oftentimes I will get a little teary, but I was sobbing. And I won't tell you what kind of sobbing it was, so that doesn't give away, is it a happy ending? Is it a sad ending? But we have tenants below, and it was a very embarrassing, awkward situation because it was late at night, and so I'm like crying into my pillows, trying not to make a big noise and be a nuisance. So definitely this book pulled at my emotions. Have a great day.